We recently sat down with the owner of Layne's Chicken Fingers, Garrett Reed. He began his career in real estate, but then transitioned into the restaurant business. And in 2018, he expanded Layne's from 3 locations to 6 and broke into the Dallas-Fort Worth market. We co-signed him and his journey from one career path to another. Here's our conversation.
The reason I wanted to partner with Layne's is the real estate business that I'm in, we primarily develop for restaurants and single tenant assets. And so Layne's was an actual fit for what we do. At the end of the day, the best way to control a client is to actually own them. And I knew Mike Garrett, and so he and I wound up partnering and developing Layne's. Originally, I was trying to get Mike to allow me to develop some of his real estate, and I approached him about that. And at the first couple meetings, he was hesitant to grow, and then I ended up asking Mike if I could actually buy the concept. So ended up purchasing Layne's, and we've been on the growth path that we've been on ever since. We definitely are a brand that is incredibly witty, clever. What we like to say is we take our food seriously, we don't take ourselves seriously at all. You can see the clocks on the wall. They're pretty funny. It goes from College Station to Allen to Louisville, all the same time zone. One of the things that we do in College Station is we allow the students to write things that they want to write on the wall and express themselves. So there's a lot of clever things that we put in there. So we've taken a lot of those things over the years and translated them into the brand. You see our store hours are kind of goofy, our pricing's a little bit goofy, and a lot of the sayings on the wall are kind of corny as well. You know what, we hear that a lot. So we hear all the time, did you guys copy them or did they copy you? I don't know much about the original history, but I can tell you this. Back in 1994, LSU played Texas A&M in College Station. So I would assume that some of those boys from LSU came down to College Station and saw what chicken fingers were all about. When people say, did you copy them or did they copy you? I like to say, you've never heard somebody say that a father is just like a son. A lot of times you hear that a son was just like a father. So my guess would be the elder is usually one that sets the way. So we are older by 2 years. So read into that whatever you will, but we have been around a little longer. But I have respect for them. Yeah, so we grew by 100% last year. So we went from 3 locations to 6 locations, which is unprecedented growth for a restaurant. We do have plans to grow outside of the state of Texas. We are Texas born, Texas breaded, we like to say. But we will be moving outside of the state lines sometime in the near future, absolutely. I've seen the movie The Founder countless times. I can't tell you how many times. One of my favorite movies. That movie and Back to the Future are 2 of my favorite movies. Back to the Future goes back to how we could have copied them if we didn't go back to the future. The Founder, so yeah, there are some takeaways from that movie. The first takeaway is when Ray Kroc acquired the brand, McDonald's brand, from the McDonald's brothers, he didn't act very ethically. Really kind of cheated them out of the brand. When I acquired the brand from Mike Garrett, I made sure that he stayed a partner with me, and I try to hold a high ethical standard. I think the way that they grew was a great brand story. I hope we can grow like them, but I think ethics is the biggest thing I take away from that. When you shake my hand, you shook my hand. So great people. So people that work hard, people that are ethical, people that love good food. So we have our brand. Our brand is what we call the Astro Chicken. It's our brand stamp. And if you are like the Astro Chicken, you're a great person in Layne's eyes. The Astro Chicken symbolizes hard work and not taking yourself seriously. So, if you work hard and you're a little bit goofy, you don't take yourself that seriously, you're a great person. No, it's really not. So that's one of the things that my partners and I came up with. When we decided to roll out the concept, we knew that we needed something to follow. And so we have our core values. Our core values are food, service, and community. but we needed a brand that people could wear with them. And it's on my clothing, it's on my back, it's on the back of my hat, it's on all the employees. And the Astro Chicken basically stands for two things. One, it's a chicken, right? Chicken's the most ridiculous animal you could ever think of. And so we say, treat yourself like a chicken. Don't take yourself that seriously, right? Just go with the flow. The other thing is it's a space helmet. So we say, treat the food and the business like rocket science. One mistake, if you're going into outer space and you're dead. So just be that Astro Chicken. So that's where it came from. It came from combining very seriousness with being incredibly goofy. So that's where it comes from. Yeah, so that's very important to us. So you can go back to College Station and where we do the Layne's run every year. We donate 100% of the proceeds go to the Brazos Food Bank. The way I like to see things is if you're not giving back and making your community a better place, and you're just taking from the community. So it's very important at Layne's for us to get into communities, find causes, find things that will help people and contribute to those. In College Station, it's the food bank. In Allen, it might be the high school. In different areas, it might be different things, but we want to be able to promote the community. We actually require our managers to spend a certain amount of hours every month in the community, paid time by us. So if it's a food bank, if it's an animal shelter, if it's anything that gives back to your local community, we need to be a part of it. Can't do everything, but that is one of our core values, yeah. Yeah, so I think one thing is we're tied into the community. People know who we are, they know we're real, they know we're genuine. I think that the reason we've been around so long is, if you come in here, you feel like family. We're accepting. It's a good place, it's a comfortable place, and we have great food. So if you have good food and you give good service and you take care of your community, then you should last for a while. And those are our three core values, and I think that's why we've lasted as long as we have. So the food. So we like to say that we're all about fingers. Everything's hand breaded, hand mixed, handmade, so it's all about fingers. We hand cut our chicken on site. I don't think there's any other fast food restaurant that does that. We hand mix our sauces every morning, so everything's done by hand. It's all fresh, it's all cooked to order, which is rare to find that in a fast food place. We have introduced new items. We introduced milkshakes this year, which is different. In College Station, we actually do grilled chicken. We don't do grilled chicken in Dallas. So we're trying to find a way to transition the grilled chicken from College Station up to Dallas. And so we are introducing some new food items next year, and actually introducing some old food items to a new market. So yeah, new things to come. Yeah, I think families of today, moms, dads, you got kids, you're running a soccer, you're running a football, you're running a basketball, you're cheerleading or whatever. People are on the go nowadays. A lot of people are eating in their cars, and a lot of the fast food experiences just aren't delivering that quality food that people want. And so that's what we're trying to do. It's hard to mix the sauces every morning by hand. It's tough for these guys. It's tough to put those ingredients in there, but we think it makes a difference when people pull up to the window, so we do it. In 2019, growth. So we are we're on the move. We're going to grow. You can expect to see great people from us. I like to tell my people this. I like to say, whether you're here for a career or you're just stopping through, I want to be at your graduation. I want to see you do whatever you want to do. I want to see you be successful here. So you'll see good people and you'll see growth coming from us in the future. So there's one that comes to mind when you ask, and if people want to look them up or you want to look them up, there's a company out of Oregon, and it's called Dutch Bros Coffee. There's a guy named Trav that runs it, and if there's anybody that I idolize or I want to be like, it's Trav. He's the ultimate CEO. His people come first, his customers come second, and his coffee comes third. And he takes care of his people, he takes care of his customers, and he makes great coffee. And if somebody will say to me today that I take care of my people, I take care of my guests, and we make great chicken, then that goes right with our three core values. And so Trav, Dutch Bros Coffee, I'd recommend it to anybody. They're a cool brand, and they're where it's at, I believe. Yeah.